Okay, it is a, is it a 5/16? So, start down here at the bottom, and we'll take them off one at a time. Oop. If you're going the right way. Let's move that wiring harness out of the way.
No bubbles.
Alright, Jess got another pair of hands. So, let's make this go back a little bit quicker. Working on getting that last one out. I just want to be little sticklers. Don't want to lose those. Yeah, because last time I went to Napa, I'm sorry, AutoZone. I went to AutoZone, and I told the guy, look, listen, when I was changing out my starter, I lost my starter bolt. Well, he had no clue as to what I was talking about, had no clue as to what size I needed. And then as soon as I went to Napa, I talked to a buddy of mine, Travis, and he's like, yeah, sure, here, I got that bolt right here. Just went over to the drawer, picked it up, and he was like, here you go. So definitely go to places that that hire the more knowledgeable crew. But let's go ahead and let's just take this off. Oh, see all that gunk in there? That could be causing it to have some issues right here. This buildup. And one thing that I will say about these is with the newer models, these are electronic. Please do not try to clean them and put them back in your car. Okay, they won't work. All right, once they're blown, they're blown. They have to be sent back to Bosch and then remanufactured properly by professionals. But see, as a comparison, there's the old one. Big smiley face. There's the old one. And there's the new one. Now, another way to check these is you don't want a lot of play with the, see, a lot of rattle. And then when you push this one, you're pushing it. With this one, you got a lot of loose rattle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in, and the seal still looks good. So, and don't ever be afraid of taking that off, because you can always just take that off. Let's, you know, give it a once over, make sure it's still good, make sure it's not cracked, because you want to make sure that seal's still good, because you are working with your air system. Okay, you want a sealed system, especially with your throttle body. You don't want any unwanted air, debris, dirt, or anything getting in this, because you would have just wasted $200, and that was a decent price. And I was actually really lucky to find somebody that had it in stock. Unfortunately, no, it was not Napa. It was O'Reilly Auto Parts. So thank you guys to them for making sure y'all rush delivery of this part. I called them at 10:30, and they had it for me in 2 hours. So that was an awesome job by them. So I'm gonna put this back on, put on the new one. Okay. Oh, and if you notice, it has these two little spots right here, these two little holes. Okay, and they do line up. Let me get out the sun with these two little nipples. That way, that'll make it easier for you to line up the screws. That way, you're not second guessing yourself. So we can put this right on there. Okay. And then we just start one at a time, putting these screws back in. And I will get these in and get back at you. All right. Sorry. What I was telling you before about this, so you don't have to go start feeling around in the back, because this will be placed against the throttle body. You don't have to go start feeling around in the back. It does pop off rather easy, because this is a pin. It is easy to pull up. Okay, you just got to grab it with some needle nose pliers or something like that, and you have two pieces in the back that protrude up and kind of balance on top of here. Can you see inside of here a little bit? Right inside here is what I'm talking about. Okay, this will sit on top of here. Okay, like this. Oh, we'll go ahead and we'll get this in position. Okay, slide this onto the new throttle body. Push that back. Okay, then we line up this hole right here, and it clips down. It's really just that easy. But you just want to make sure that you have, you know, that these back supports are on there, because you don't want a lot of play, because again, like I said, this is a sealed system. This is for your air intake. You don't want to mess that up, because any kind of debris or anything, any dirt, grime, dust, it will eventually mess up a whole heap of stuff that you don't want to end up paying for. But it's just as easy as, let's reconnect the wires. And again, like I was telling you about the wiring harness, this right here slides onto here just to hold the wires nice and tight. So, and you can tell that this was a remanufactured throttle body because it still has the original vehicle that it came with. It has the wiring harness clips, scratches on it. So slide that on, push that in, and make sure you slide your red tab down to lock it in. That just clips in. This does not have a lock. Then it's just as simple as let's put the tube back on. So put this back on. Line that up, push it down. A few simple clamps. Alright. Make sure that's down in there. Me trying to hold it ended up started messing with my ratchet. There's that. Don't forget your line to your, well, we can get this out of the way. Take that back for the core charge. This plugs up here and on the side for your oil breather. And then all we got to do is put that plastic shroud right back on top, reconnect the battery, and we're good to go. Just make sure these line up. You're good to go. And that is replacing the throttle body on a 2012, I was about to call this a Jeep, on a 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan. If you have any questions, you know, put them in the comments, but don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know, because I do have a lot of stuff coming up with the PT Cruise that I was showing you, such as the water pump. I want to redo, I think I might want to lift it up. I'll show you all the exhaust and all that, how the piping works for that, and the suspension, just ins and outs. But if that's something you want to see, just let me know, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.